Thanks, Adam. Cooking coach Adam Wisniewski with Breakfast, Life, and Dinner is here today to help us get some confidence in the kitchen. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Hi, how are you?
Doing fantastic.
Great.
Quite a setup here now. What are we going to do?
Well, it is National Cordon Bleu Day.
Okay.
So I figured that's what we would do. And so I made an app to help me keep track of all these different days. It just so happens that today I saw this one was coming up.
So that's what we're going to do?
Yeah. So
okay.
Cordon Bleu, if I remember this correctly, Cordon Bleu is a schnitzel. So the recipe is meat wrapped around something, breaded,
sure,
and then cooked. So chicken cordon bleu, we think of very specifically as that dish with the ham and the Swiss cheese in chicken, right? So, so that's what we're going to do today. And the lesson here is food safety. You know, I tell my students all the time that you want to be respectful of raw meat. You don't have to be frightened. You don't have to be irrational, but we want to be respectful.
Just be a little bit careful.
Right. So you can see that here on the set, I've got everything set up already. So what I do is I walk through mentally all of the steps that I'm going to take, because then every time I touch something, I'm going to consider it contaminated and needs to be washed. So I get the garbage can out, I get the disinfectant wipes ready.
Which are all back here.
Right. So they're all. So and then I get the space ready, and I'm gonna, I know where I'm going to put everything. So it's just, you want to have a sense of, so you're not walking around the kitchen touching everything with your chicken hands.
Yeah. Right? Not a good idea to do that.
Right. So so I've got a hot pan ready, and I've got a traditional dredging station set up.
Okay.
And what that means is we got a seasoned flour, we have some egg wash, and we have some breadcrumbs. So in that I've got some oregano, some paprika, a little salt and pepper. So if you want to stir that around so all those colors are mixed in.
Mix all that up right there.
Right. And so and then what I do is I take the chicken breast meat there, and what you want to do is you want to flatten it out. There's a lot of different kinds of meat tenderizers. My favorite one is this little medallion style here.
And that's really the definition of a schnitzel.
So yeah, the recipe is a schnitzel here, where if I remember correctly, the schnitzel is meat wrapped around a filling and then cooked. And so the recipe for chicken cordon bleu is specifically breaded Swiss and ham, and then traditionally it's fried, and then maybe it's baked a little bit, or it's fried all the way through. You could deep fat fry it, you could fry it and then bake it. You could bake it if you're just going for the healthy.
Very good.
Right. So so we've got the flour there.
So how am I doing on that?
Is that perfect. Yeah. So you got the nice consistency.
That's all mixed together now.
Right. And so then the flattening of the chicken is kind of fun. You can use parchment paper. You can use plastic wrap. I use the bag that I thawed the chicken in. And then the flattening part of it is you're not having a fight. On a scale of 1 to 10, you want to do about a 4 or 5. You're coaxing the meat into a shape rather than wailing on it, right? So I'm just going to use the hard, heavy, and I'm going to give it some thumps, and I'm going to try to coax it into, as much as possible, a rectangular shape, so that I can use that to wrap the
ham and cheese. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off the plastic wrap here, and there's a trash can right there for me. I've got some chicken ready. I've got some ham and Swiss ready, and so this is, once you've flattened it out very easily, I'm just going to lay that cheese on there, and then I'm going to wrap the whole thing into a little jelly roll. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
I got a little cheese sticking out there, and then I will go ahead and I will dredge it through the flour, and then through the egg wash, and then through the breadcrumbs. And I'm not sure how much time we have here, but what I want to do...
We got a couple minutes left.
Okay.
We probably have enough time to do that.
Very good. Well, I'll go ahead and do that in a second.
Okay.
So then, once you have it breaded, you can wrap it up. So you can do some prep ahead of time. Right, you could prepare this on Sunday night, wrap them in plastic, put them in the fridge to help them firm up a little bit, and then you could take them out on Tuesday or Wednesday and fry them and bake them, and boom, you've got a pretty quick meal with some of your prep already taken care of.
Very impressive.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unwrap this guy here.
Okay.
And I'm going to put him into a hot frying pan. So there's my breaded stuffed chicken, and I don't have any toothpicks in there. It's just held together with the plastic wrap in the chill of the oven.
Yeah.
And that's on very low. You want to fry it a little bit higher. But I've got a hot pan. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to sear it on a couple of sides.
Sure.
And then I'm going to put it in the oven for a little bit.
Very cool.
Right.
Okay, and that's just after dredging all this, you just wrap it up, and then you're ready to go.
So that's, the dredging is going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put it into the flour, and then I'm going to make sure it's coated on all sides. I'm going to very carefully move it to the next station, which is the egg, and then I'm going to put it into the breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs there.
And then, you know, it's like I said, there's no toothpicks. I'm just holding it together with, you know, the fact that I rolled it up pretty good.
Easy to do, yeah.
Right. And then you don't have to put it in the fridge. You can just put it straight into there. There you go.
So what are we going to see coming up in this second segment here?
So we're going to see the cooked version. I'll show you the final steps there to getting that done. And then I've got a couple of variations because, you know, I like variety.
Of course, I like to mix it up a little bit.
Right on.
Right, very good. Well, we will check back in with you in about half an hour.
Okay.
Until then, we'll be right back with more of the morning show right after this break.
We are checking back in with Adam Wisniewski from Breakfast, Life, and Dinner because today is Cordon Bleu Day.
Yes, how about that?
Hello.
So I looked all this stuff up, and I'm trying to get it right today, but do you know what Cordon Bleu is?
Technically, or like the...
So the
chicken with ham and Swiss.
Right, because that's what we think of it, because that's a specific Cordon Bleu. That's a chicken Cordon Bleu. Cordon Bleu generally means it's like a schnitzel. It's a meat wrapped around a filling.
So Cordon Bleu can be anything.
Correct. You can make a pork cordon, you can make veal, you can make whatever you want. So these chicken Cordon Bleus that we made...
Let me just say, it smells so good in here.
It does. There are a lot of good ingredients went into this. So what we did was we dredged up those chicken rolls.
Yeah.
We put ham and Swiss in the middle. We dredged them up, and then we fried them. There we go. We got an overshot shot. So we have those nicely fried on a couple of sides, and then these are already in the oven. I'm just showing them off. So we have these cooked versions of the schnitzel of the Cordon Bleu.
Smell that Swiss cheese.
That's right. So it goes into the frying pan, or you can do a deep fat fryer, or you can do an air bake, which I think you do one up,
yes, I do, and that might be what's happening for dinner tonight.
So, so then you take all of that, and so now you know a technique, which is to wrap meat around a filling and bread it, and then fry it, and then put it in the oven. So I'm going to get this guy out of the way real quick.
All right.
And then we'll take a look here and what we can do. So you don't have to stick with the Swiss and ham. You could make anything you want. So I'm making a pizza version next.
All right.
I have the traditional cream sauce to go along with the Cordon Bleu here.
Which is so good also.
And so what we have is, this is a spinach and black olive version.
Okay.
This
and
is
feta, right?
And feta, correct. And this is the traditional ham and Swiss.
Okay.
But you could go, I mean, think of anything you want to make into a chicken wrap with a breading on it. You could do pizza, right? Pepperoni and mozzarella. You could do a Mexican style with corn and black beans.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Farmer's cheese. You could do...
And maybe a little fajita seasoning in there or something.
Yes, absolutely. So you can do anything you want, you know. You can put chorizo, something a little spicy in there. But the idea is that to teach my clients, to teach my customers a technique so that then they are confident to go ahead and try new things in the kitchen, whether it be a new recipe or a new technique or new cuisine, anything you want.
Anything you want. So talk about this cream sauce. What's in there?
Oh, the cream sauce. So, well, I made a roux, and then I flavored it with a little mustard and a little garlic. Well, okay, a lot of garlic.
A lot of garlic. But who doesn't love a lot of garlic?
And then it's got a little Parmesan. Then you let it cook for a little bit. So that's a very, you know, that's just a traditional, oops. I'm moving around. So that's just a traditional cream sauce. And I have to say, it came out a little lumpy at here on national television. I have made a lumpy. But I tell people all the time, I teach confidence, not perfection.
Exactly.
So that's delicious. But, you know, I'm not going to impress the Queen of England with that bumpy sauce there.
Well, who cares? Maybe next time it'll be a little thinner. And you never know, right?
There you go.
That's the whole point.
But I'm not afraid to tell people when I mess things up, because that's, I think, one of the hurdles that we in America is if I can't do it perfectly, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I want people to know that it is A-okay to try to make something and then, you know, come out 80% of what you want. Because next time, make it at 90%. Next time, make it at 110%. And then you're learning to be confident in the kitchen.
And you really teach that, of course, and anything really goes if you want to take a class with Adam. I know one of your popular ones is sushi.
That's right. I do a lot of sushi rolling. I've done a lot of stuffed pork tenderloin recently. One of my most recent classes was a 5-hour foodie feast. I call the feast classes, we did Italian, so we did pasta from scratch, cheese from scratch, rolled the ravioli, made the bread, made the sauces.
Amazing.
Spent the whole day cooking. It was wonderful.
That does sound wonderful. But, I mean, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant like that. Anything that you are looking for to gain some extra confidence in the kitchen. So where can people get in touch with you if they're looking to take a class?
Thank you. Come take a look at Facebook. I have a website, breakfastlifeanddinner.com. come. And I do everything from 1-hour demonstration classes, which are very quick and easy and inexpensive, all the way up to those foodie days or event meals where I come in and I help make your birthday party a special event for you and your 10 guests or whatever. So whatever it is you want, I will come in. I will be a clown. I will be a ninja, whatever you need. And I just love doing it. So.
And he does the dishes.
And I do the dishes.
All right, Adam, thanks so much for being here.
You.
Always a pleasure to have you on The Morning Show. We'll be right back with more of The Morning Show right after this. Can't wait to